marched because he had a cause that wouldn't let him sit still. Elon Musk didn't build rockets because it was easy. He built them because he had a vision that outlived fear. Oprah didn't rise from nothing because luck found her. She rose because her purpose was louder than the noise around her. That's what real action is fueled by. Not hype. Not applause. Conviction. Action is the bridge between your beliefs and your results. It's what turns I want to into I will. It's what separates the talkers from the doers. It's what carves legacies into the stone while others scroll through excuses. You'll never build a dream by thinking about it. You build it by bleeding for it. Day after day. Hour after hour. When it's hard. When it's quiet. When no one's clapping. When your bank account doesn't match your ambition yet. That's the test. Can you stay consistent when there's no reward in sight? Can you plant the seed and water it even when it hasn't broken through the soil? Because most people quit in the dark. They give up just before the roots take hold. They run back to comfort just before the ground cracks open and the miracle begins. But not you. Not anymore. Because now you understand. You don't need proof to persist. You don't need guarantees. You don't need applause or permission. You just need a reason. A reason so strong, so personal, so non-negotiable that you'd rather fail fighting for it than live one more day without it. And here's the part they don't tell you. Every action you take is a vote. Not for a politician. Not for an outcome. But for the person you're becoming. Every rep. Every hour of study. Every dollar you invest in your growth. Every early morning you rise when the world's still asleep. It's all casting a ballot for your future self. And you either build the person you were born to be, or you reinforce the person you settled for. But never forget, you are always becoming. And what you're becoming is being shaped by what you fight for. Part 4. Life will hit you. It won't ask permission. It won't wait until you're ready. It won't care how many affirmations you've spoken or how many books you've read. It will test you. Betrayal, loss, failure, uncertainty. They don't show up on schedule. They arrive uninvited, to see what you're really made of. And this is where most people break. Because they built dreams on sand instead of stone. They were strong when things were easy. Disciplined when it was convenient. Grateful only when life delivered gifts. But champions aren't built in comfort. They're built in the fire. Resilience is not some soft-spoken word printed on a pillow. Resilience is war. It's staring chaos in the face and choosing to rise anyway. It's hearing no 100 times and coming back with asterisk I'm not done. Asterisk. Thomas Edison failed over 1,000 times before he lit the world. That's not luck. That's obsession. That's a man who fought for a vision even when the world laughed in his face. That's what you need. Not a plan B. Not a soft place to land. You need a backbone. You need fire in your veins when the world turns cold. Because the goal isn't just to survive. It's to dominate. Adaptability is your secret weapon. Because life will change the rules mid-game. It'll flip the board and ask if you're still playing. The winners? They pivot. They don't whine, they adjust. They don't get stuck in how it used to be. They find a new way. A better way. A stronger way. And sometimes that means reinventing yourself. Letting go of old identities. Breaking free from who you were taught to be. Releasing everything that no longer matches the future you're building. That's evolution. That's what the world's top 1% do. They kill off the outdated version of themselves over and over again. Until what's left is a machine. Not cold, not robotic. But focused. Intentional. Unstoppable. Because when you're truly fighting for something real, you don't get distracted by noise. You don't crumble under criticism. You don't stop every time it hurts. You've learned to see pain as a compass. If it hurts, it's teaching. If it stings, it's stretching you. If it breaks you, it's building you back stronger. You've come too far to fold now. Everything you've endured was training. Every setback was sharpening your blade. Every disappointment, every closed door, every sleepless night. It was preparation for what's next. Because greatness doesn't happen after the storm. It's born in it. So if you're in the fight right now, don't back down. Don't curse the storm. Become the kind of person who commands it. You don't need life to go easy on you. You need to become someone who doesn't flinch when life roars. Because once you stop expecting easy, you stop being surprised by hard. And that's when your power shows up. That's when everything shifts from reaction to creation. You stop waiting for life to hand you the dream. And you build it with your own 2 hands. Brick by brick. Day by day. Punch after punch. Until the world no longer asks if you're serious. It starts making room for you. Because it's no longer about what you've been through. It's about what you're becoming. And you're becoming dangerous. Part 5. There's a moment in every journey where things go quiet. Where no one's cheering. Where the applause stops and the crowd disappears. Where it's just you, your doubts, and the dark. That's where belief is born. Not when the lights are on. Not when the results are pouring in. But when everything feels uncertain, yet you keep going anyway. Belief isn't a wish. It's not a soft, fragile hope that life might go your way. Belief is a weapon. It's the inner war cry that says, even if I have nothing to show for it yet, I'm not stopping. Most people confuse belief with evidence. They want proof before they commit. They want the guarantee before they take the leap. But the greatest transformations in human history came from people who believed before the world gave them a reason to. Henry Ford believed in a car before the roads were ready. Walt Disney believed in a kingdom before he owned a single brick. Harriet Tubman believed in freedom when chains were still around her ankles. That's what real belief looks like. It defies logic. It challenges what's normal. It refuses to shrink just because the facts haven't caught up yet. Because belief isn't about what's around you. It's about what's inside you. You don't need the world to agree. You don't need permission. You don't need proof. You just need to decide. You have to wake up every single day and cast your vote. Today, I believe again. Even when you're tired. Even when you failed yesterday. Even when nothing is working yet. Because belief isn't one decision. It's a discipline. And every time you hold the line, every time you refuse to let the doubt win, you grow stronger. You start to see that success doesn't come from who shouts the loudest. It comes from who whispers the longest. I will not quit. I will not break. I will not fold. That's when your identity begins to shift. From someone who hopes to someone who knows. And here's the secret most people miss. Success isn't something you chase, it's something you attract by who you become. You don't get the dream and then become worthy of it. You become worthy and the dream becomes inevitable. Because the universe doesn't respond to what you want. It responds to who you are. And who you are is built every single day. In your habits. In your focus. In what you tolerate. In how you talk to yourself when no one else hears it. You can't speak doubt all day and expect destiny to show up. You can't bathe your mind in negativity and wonder why nothing's changing. You can't complain about results when you're still living like the old you. This is about full transformation. Burn the false identity.